One of the stories I frequently tell is about this traveler who is traveling the world and he hears about this wise man. And what intrigues him is that people say that nothing can fluster this wise man, nothing at all. And so he kind of goes, come on, I bet I could rattle his cage. I bet I could fluster him. I bet I could make him angry or make him swear. I bet I could get him upset. I bet I could really do something. And so he sees it as his little temporary mission just to go meet this wise man and figure out what his secret is. So he goes there kind of ready and armed to give him some abuse. And he hears that the wise man lives at the top of this hill on this snowy peak, far away from everyone else in this small log cabin. And so he ventures up to see this wise man, and he climbs this really, really, really big hill, and he gets closer to the top, and then he sees this little cabin, and he thinks, okay, that's a smaller cabin than I thought for such a wise man to be living so exposed in this cabin. And he goes up to the door, and it's snowing. The snow's coming down. It's almost like a blizzard. And he pushes the door open. He doesn't even knock. He just pushes the door wide open. And he sees that there's this man sat in the middle of the floor meditating. So he thinks, right, okay, now's my chance to really wind him up. And he leaves the door open, and all of this snow is blowing in and causing an absolute mess everywhere. And the wise man sort of looks up and goes, please do come in, please close the door. And the traveler thinks, I'm not going to do that yet. And he kind of goes, I expected so much more. I've heard about you, and this is not what I expected. Oh, it smells of dead yaks in here. Oh, it's terrible. Oh, you're a bit older and shorter than I thought. And he starts laying into him about anything he can possibly think of, anything he can possibly see. And the wise man's there kind of going, oh, you think I'm short and ugly? Okay, that's fine. But do come on in, please do come on in. And after about 5 minutes of a barrage of abuse, the traveler kind of goes, I've ran out of things to say. And the wise man kind of goes, no, please just come in. But would you mind just closing the door for me? Because you are letting a lot of snow in. And he kind of goes, okay, sure. And the wise man goes, what have you actually visited for? What brings you here? And you said you've heard about me. What brings you here? And he goes, well, yeah, I've heard that nothing phases you. And I've tried to wind you up for the last few minutes and nothing has changed. Yet what is going on? And so the wise man goes, oh, you'd like to know my secret? He kind of goes, well, yeah, but I've been so rude to you. I've let all this snow and I feel a bit guilty asking you for that. He goes, no, please just take a seat and we can have a chat. And the wise man then says, when's your birthday? He goes, next week as it happens. Okay, brilliant. So if for your birthday, somebody gives you a present and you refuse to accept it, to whom does the present belong? So would love some answers from all of you guys. To whom does the present belong?
To the one who bought the present.
To the one who bought the present, exactly. So if you refuse to accept that present, it still belongs to the giver. So if somebody gives you an insult, to whom does the insult belong if you refuse to accept it? When we run a business, we're always going to come across the naysayers, the people that don't get it, don't want to get it, that are stuck in their ruts, stuck in their patterns, aren't really interested in what you see in your vision. All they can see are the holes. All they can see are the problems. All they can see are the challenges. And so people will justify their own fears, their own challenges, their own problems by trying to make them ours, by trying to level them with unjustified abuse in the form of feedback. And if we are strong enough to select what is worth listening to and what is not worth listening to, if we're able to kind of go, you know what, that one I'm going to refuse to accept, then it never, ever belongs to us. True or true? All right.
True.
So where it comes to any idea, one thing I will be very much encouraging is for everybody to give as much raw, honest feedback, to almost deliberately be challenging Because if we can't, within this safe space, within this circle, if we can't challenge it here, then we may not be ready for when it's challenged from the outside world. It gives us a chance to prepare for what we're likely to experience from the naysayers who think the sky is falling in, from those that don't get it. And also, when we start to deal with the stakeholders, we're also going to get a better idea of the challenges that they may come up with and how we can help prepare our stakeholders to be able to defend their interest in what we do.